Are you excited about doing your family's genealogy? Maybe, but you might also be overwhelmed by all the old records and vintage photos and documents that you need to organize. I'm wondering if you'd like one place to organize it all. Let's check this out. Did you see how that worked? It was a family tree and it linked to many people's photos and slides and videos and descriptions and documents. This is Collectionaire and it's a company I'd like to tell you a little bit more about. Hi, I'm Molly Bartelt. I'm a photo estate planner with Pixologie, and we are your go-to experts in evaluating photo saving apps, software, and tools. Collectionaire is somewhat new, and it's a unique way of bringing everything together so that your family's history, legacy, family stories, and photos are preserved in one place and easily shared. Now, before I go into Collectionaire, if you like to be kept up to date on the tools that can help you preserve your family photo collection and all the other types of media, be sure to hit subscribe to our channel so that you can get alerted when we upload new videos. There's always something new to talk about in helping you save your memories. At Pixologie, when we organize people's bins of photos, we frequently find handwritten family trees and stories and typewritten notes about generations ago. It seems like organizing this with the photos is a natural fit, but we have found our clients don't find it natural and even find it to be overwhelming. How are you organizing your family genealogy documents? Are you adding them with your photo collections, or do you have two different systems? Leave a comment below. I think we'd all find each other's experiences very interesting and helpful. So Collectionaire was founded by Stan Kinsey because he was looking for a better way to organize his own family's photos and family history. There were just too many places on the internet where he had pictures, from Dropbox to Google Photos and Flickr, and he even had family movies with YouTube. He thought there would be a better way, and he designed Collectionaire to be a hub where you could link to your photo collections in other places. It's not a storage site. Collectionaire links all of your storage sites together in a very unique format, a family tree. I think it's pretty interesting, and sometimes when you're trying to figure out where you have someone's photos, going through folders or a whole bunch of albums, it doesn't make sense. But you know where the person is on the family tree, right? So I like the idea of building a family tree and then linking my family photos and genealogy documents to the people that they apply to. If you're interested in family genealogy, I'm betting you may already have a GEDCOM file. The GEDCOM file is the universal format that allows you to share your family tree information from one genealogy program to another. And Collectionaire makes it really easy to build your family tree by allowing you to import your own GEDCOM file. I'm going to show you right now a picture of my Cordis family history. It's my mother's side of the family. Her albums I have pretty well built out in my Forever account, but it doesn't quite tell the layout of the family like a family tree does. It looks okay, but a family tree is going to look a whole lot better. Here I am at my account. I'm going to click on View Collections. I can see there's a tutorial down there. I definitely recommend you do this because there is some tricks and tips that will help you get through this faster. So we're going to create a new collection. and you do have two choices. We're going to go with the family tree structure. And like I mentioned before, you can import a GEDCOM file. So I'm going to click that, and I know in my downloads I have a GEDCOM file for my family. Jed, I know you're in there. There it is, Bartelt Family Tree. So I'm going to choose this for upload into Collectionaire. So it's processing it, and just like that, it imported my whole family tree. Incidentally, I had downloaded that from Ancestry.com. All right, so now you can see I am the gray box, that's me. So I could go to my mom's node here, and above her I can see her parents. And if I just move the screen down, I can see her grandparents. This is really awesome. We're gonna click on Marianne Ostrowski, and now I can see Marianne's parents, and these little icons tell me that it goes back even farther, which is amazing. Underneath Marianne and Frank, we have Stanley and Helen. Those are my grandparents. And the dates of death and birth are already in there from the GEDCOM file. Could you imagine having to build this all one by one? It would be very putsy, so I love that you can import the GEDCOM file. Let's open up Helen Ostrowski here. And I don't need to add anybody for her right now. I just want to edit her information. I can upload a preview image, which will give me her icon. And we're going to go into her folder here, and I'm going to upload a portrait. And Collectionaire allows you to kind of crop and work with the photo a little bit. I definitely don't want her hair cut off, and I really would rather not have my grandfather in it at all. I'm going to save it, and now she's got a picture. All right. And I know she died in Milwaukee. I could add that here. So we've got her a little bit of information. We're going to do Stanley Cordis, edit his information, and we're going to put his picture in there. And in order to upload a preview image, you have to know where it is on your computer. So you may have noticed I'm in the Cordis family history file folder, and I've got the different generations numbered there. Okay, so he's saving, and we're gonna click save there. And then the last one that I think is really interesting is Herman Ostrowski. This is my mother's uncle, and he had some interesting family history himself, and unfortunately he died young in an explosion. And so he's a very handsome guy, and we're gonna just stick him in there. I always kind of thought he looked like Clark Gable, but other people say not. No, I know he's deceased, so that information was wrong from Ancestry. Remember, Ancestry is like a tool to help you gather information and dates. You have to really make sure to verify what you have, and clearly this was not something that I verified. So I think he died in 1960, and I don't remember for sure the place of death, but I can always come back and edit that. All right, so now you can see I've got 3 of my family with pictures. Now we're gonna add a couple links, okay? So let's go to Helen Ostrowski, and whoops, close. I wanna point out, we were in the tree editing mode. See this exit from tree editing mode? You have to be in the tree editing mode to edit the person's information. All right, if you want to go into the tree editing mode after your initial setup, you go over to the left and you click edit tree, and you'll be in the tree editing mode. I don't need that anymore. I want to actually show you how to build some collections. So let's click on my grandmother's media collection page. and I'm going to add a chapter. And I'm going to call this Grandma Cordis as a young girl. Grandma grew up on a farm, and this is the only photo I have of her as a young child. All right, so you can add a description. Now I've made the chapter, I'm going to add an album. So this album is going to be photo of Grandma Cordis, if I could capitalize correctly, with great grandparents Ostrowski. All right, and I'm going to go back to forever. Remember, I have these albums here of pictures, and I can link to them. Collectionaire links to files and websites that you have already. So here's this photo. It's so unique. That is my grandmother as a little girl, and I just love this picture. There's so much history there. You can see the farm, and you can possibly determine that they didn't have a lot of money. And here's that link. So I'm going to copy the link, and I'm going to go back here. And sometimes you can generate an album preview image from the link, but in Forever's case, it doesn't work that way. It's kind of frustrating. So we're not going to do that. We're going to upload a custom preview. And I actually saved that picture, I hope, in this folder. Yes. Choose for upload. Now, normally you don't make a link for one picture, but because this is the only photo I have, it's really important to me, so I'm going to save it. All right, so there's the one picture. Now I'm going to add another chapter, and I'm going to put traveling young grandma. So now I'm going to go back to my Cordis family history, and here I have Helen Ostrowski, and I have Traveling Grandma. This is an album of photos where she just traveled all over the place, and so I want to share the whole album. I'm going to copy the link, and I'm also going to just download one of these photos. Look at how they dressed back in the day. I'm going to download one of them because I want to have a preview of it, okay? So let's add linked album. And this is Grandma's scrapbook. And she traveled with her girlfriends extensively. All right, I'm gonna paste the link, and then I'm gonna upload a custom album preview image. And if you remember, we were in our downloads. There it is, Traveling South. So we're gonna just zoom a little bit out and click Save. So now I'm going to save this link, and now you can see I've got a chapter on Grandma Cordis as a young girl and Traveling Young Grandma. It's awesome. So that gives you an idea about adding information to a collection. One of our clients, Jen, she has 39 links. Her life is so mapped out, and what's really cool is you can actually download a PDF of a collection page. There's a little download PDF icon, so when you click on that, and now I have a summary of her. If I had, more in there, it would be even greater information. That gives you an idea of building a collection page. All right. The last thing that I want to do is I'm going to just go to Herman Ostrowski here, and we're going to add a chapter here for him. newspaper articles of tragic accident. Herman was killed in a explosion, possibly while making moonshine for his daughter's wedding. All right, my mother was about 12 when this happened, and it was a very sad time. All right, so let's save that, and then we're gonna close the tip, add a linked album, and if we go back to Traveling Grandma here in Forever, we have to go back to a higher level. Here's Herman Ostrowski, and we have a couple pictures, and then there's the newspaper articles. I can click on those two newspaper articles and share. Anytime that you can share something and you can copy the link, you click on the link, copy it, and you paste it. All right, newspaper articles for his death. One of those unfortunate family accidents. So here we are in Cordes family history. Here's Herman Ostrowski, and I'm just uploading one of those newspaper articles for a preview of it, okay? So we're gonna save and close. And now you can see we have newspaper articles for his death. The magic happens now in the collection pages. You click on that link you created, and it takes you right to the photos or information that you had. It's a really neat way to catalog and put everything together in one place. All right, I'm gonna just show you in Forever here. I have the ability to link to many of the family. Look at Generation 3 here, John Cordes and Mary Ritger. I have genealogy records that other people put together, and I have census documents that have her name listed in there. I won't zero in on it now, but I could link these to the family tree under Ritger, which was, let's make this a little bigger. I can hit the enlarge. Mary Ritger was on my grandfather's side, Stanley Cordes, so when I click on him and scroll up, there's Mary Ritger. I could add a link there. One of the important things when you do work online is the ability to save the information that you've entered, whether it's, you know, the links or the pictures. You want to have a backup in your home in case you lose access to your account. So we already talked about printing that collection page, which downloads as a PDF. All right. The other thing that you can do is go to your Collectionaire account, and you can, let's just see here, you can go to the summary report and export it to Excel or CSV. So that produces for you a spreadsheet with the person's name, the chapters, the description, the entry name and the description, all the way to including the URL, the link that you originally entered. So if for some reason you don't have access to Collectionaire, you still have this information saved on your computer. We always encourage people to have a copy of their photo collection in the house and outside of the house. All right, and the same with Collectionaire, you'd want to have this as a backup too. So I love the idea of the family tree, but how much does it cost? Let's just look at their website, and I'm going to scroll down to where they list the cost for it. I think it's reasonable. It's $36 a year, and I have a special code for you to get half off your first year. It's PXFAMILY, PXFAMILY, PXFAMILY. In my world of photo estate planning, having your family photo collection combined with your genealogy documents in something like Collectionaire is truly a tremendous gift for your family and future generations. I do know sometimes people don't have the time, the skills, or the perseverance to actually complete it. And there are ways that you can get help with doing this work, okay? At Pixologie, we help people organize the photos and the genealogy materials. We also do some of the genealogy research if you'd like us to do that. We also can help you build your Collectionaire account if you need help. So what do you think? Could Collectionaire help you bring your family history together? Leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think and if you're going to try it out. If you did, how did it go? So that's it. That's our overview for Collectionaire. I hope you'll give it a try. And if this was helpful, definitely give us a thumbs up. Thanks so much, and we'll see you the next time.